Hi folks, just a quick update. No garden news this evening, which I'm sure some of you will be delighted with because number one, you are probably wondering why I'm constantly going on about gardening and farming on what's allegedly a sports channel. And secondly, the even better news is we actually have a little bit of live current time sport to actually talk about. Of course, with the horse racing back in Ireland and across the water in the last few days, we had the Guineas meeting in Newmarket over the weekend. I suppose the first thing that comes to my mind is how disappointing Jessica Harrington's horse ran in the race that it contested. Now, I know Kate Harrington was on the telly a good bit over the last couple of days, but I didn't actually manage to pick up on any of the comments that she made as regards how, well, obviously they wouldn't be happy with how the horse ran, but whether they unearthed a reason as to why it ran as bad as it did or not, I don't know. I know myself from being in and around racing and nearly involved in owning one back in the years that if you can find a reason for a bad run, it somehow softens the blow a little bit. But I'm sure there had to be something to it, because there's no way Mill Isle was as bad as what it ran at the weekend, and there's surely more in it. There's surely more too in the Aidan O'Brien horse that finished second in one in the big race on Saturday, colt called Wichita, which was ridden by Frankie Dettori on the day. Came home like a steam train, and to me looked like a horse that was crying out for a mile and a half. And if he turned up in either the Irish Derby or the one at Epsom, I certainly wouldn't be adverse to having a bit of a punt on him. I thought Love was an exceptional winner of the Phillies Classic on Sunday, and you would presume that the Oaks at Epsom is the obvious place for her now, but I suppose with the way racing is at the minute now, nobody's too sure what's going on from day to day, or nobody can plan too far ahead. But look, at least we're back and it's back running, and you know, if please God some of the other sports get their act together now and get moving again, we'll have something back approaching normal, whatever that is. What else? Well, oh yeah, well, staying with horse racing, and of course I must put my hand up and admit that I missed the Porrick Beggy winner again. He looked to be a very, very good winner on board Aidan O'Brien's Cormorant, who snuck in, well, not snuck in, he actually won with a fair degree of authority at 12-1, beating Roman Emperor out of the same yard, who I actually had backed myself, but that's just story in my life at the minute, but it's and surely nobody could doubt Pádraig Beggy's ability or his temperament for the big stage at this stage, having won an English derby and an Irish derby. But such is the competition for rides down in Ballydoyle that he has to fight his corner to get in, but time and time again he has proven when given the chances he takes them. And I would hope that once again Aidan will give him another good season's work, because I've absolutely no doubt if he gets the opportunities he'll take them, and the Coolmore operation or the trainer won't be sorry for giving him the opportunity. Just to move on very quickly to talk about some other sports, I believe there's talk, well, it's fairly well out now, that the Premiership will be back in harness and back in action in a little over a week. It certainly will be strange to see English soccer still going on. I'm going to say this late in the year. Of course, it's not late in the year, but it's late for soccer to be still going on. Of course, look, from a purely basic point of view, it'll be great to have some live sport to watch and take in and keep the old mind occupied. I believe domestic soccer at various levels is nearly ready to get going as well. So that leads me nicely to the old chestnut of the GAA. Now, first of all, let me say that I absolutely wholeheartedly agree with their thinking in that club action had to start back first, because at the end of the day, the club players, let's be honest about it, there's only 4, maybe 5 teams have realistic chance of winning the Sam Maguire, or if you wanted to be totally factual, maybe there's only 1, but every competition's a competition. But if you take it that there's 25 players on a panel, say, I know there's 26, but I'm just doing it this way for handiness for maths. There's 25 players on a panel, and there's only about 5 counties with a realistic chance of getting anywhere near the bigger games in Croke Park. That's 125 players, say, give or take, whereas around the country there's probably hundreds of thousands, from juveniles to all levels of adult competition in hurling and football and ladies football and camogie. So it was and is very important to get things up and going again. However, I do feel strongly that the GAA or whoever drew up this roadmap for coming back to action is kidding themselves if they think that running an All-Ireland Championship off between October and possibly January is going to appeal to anyone, or if it's actually going to be physically feasible to make it work. I mean, it's all very well putting putting plans down on paper and saying this and saying that, but when it comes to the actual nuts and bolts of doing the thing, I don't know, will it actually be workable? I mean, even from a club point of view now, at this point in time, I should point out that my own club and mine are one of the very, very lucky ones to have 3 workable pitches at the moment, and at least 1 more under construction. So, getting playing space shouldn't be too much of a problem as long as the weather plays ball. But for a large number of other clubs that may only have 1 field, or for clubs even that are amalgamated, there's going to be an awful lot of work, an awful lot of footfall put on playing fields up and down the country, and as the year goes on and the weather deteriorates, it's actually hard to know how, or indeed if, the thing is going to be played out to be feasible. But look, don't get me wrong, I would absolutely give nothing more to get up the road to the field and see a game, especially this year, because a lot of other balls haven't broke the way I wanted, or the way I wish, or the way I hope they would have broke. But which means, of course, that there has to be something there to fill the void. But at this stage, looking at the GAA supposed roadmap, it would be very much a case for me anyway of being hopeful rather than confident as to how it's going to turn out. But sure, look, I suppose all we can do is wait and see. I will check back in a day or two when the racing when there's another little bit of racing done, and there might be more sports stories coming from other sports opening up or whatever it may be. Just to let you also know that firstly, you can now follow us Boylan Talk Sport on Instagram at this_disabled_life_, and lastly, but by no means least, the 12th episode of Memory Lane should be live on the site either late tonight or early enough tomorrow. Thanks very much for looking in, and I'll talk to you all soon.